guys, so welcome to makeup tips number 3. I'm sorry if there's a bit of noise in the background. My family is watching the Olympics and it's kind of loud. And today it's not going to be like a whole bunch of little tips. Well, actually it's normally 2 or 3 little tips, but it's sort of going to be one tip but like a whole bunch of little supporting tips with it, if that makes sense. But anyways, the main tip is going to be how to remove well, not remove, but how to hide little zits or maybe dark circles under your eyes. So there's a couple things you're gonna need. First of all, your concealer, and then some sort of, this one is actually a primer, but if you use a cream shadow that's skin toned or even a foundation, and I made this one, and all I did to make it is I took a foundation. I like using the mineral ones because they tend to stay in place and they don't give like a really full coverage. And then I took a skin-toned, non-shimmery eyeshadow, and I also mixed it with a body butter and just mix that all together, and then you get this. It's sort of creamy, and this works awesome for covering under eye circles. You are also going to need a setting powder and a brush to put that powder on with. So the first thing you're going to want to do to conceal your dark circles, I'm going to start with the dark circles first and then work on pimples. I have one on my cheek over here. Okay, so you want to take your concealer, and I have to move in a bit because the mirror's over this way, and I like to put it on the outer corner of my eye and the inner corner and then smudge it forward like into the center, because for some reason it always just seems to make everything look smoother and it just helps conceal it. The next thing I'm going to take is the primer slash cream shadow, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to take it and sort of rub it around with my finger to warm up the product, because it's a lot easier to work with once it's warm and smooth, and then it just dries on nicely. And then once you've got a bit of that, you just want to put it sort of below and then stretch it up so it sort of helps blend everything in together. And the last thing you want to do for your circles is take your brush and your powder, just swirl it in there and then swirl it on your eye. This just helps sort of set it and keep it in place, and it can sometimes give you a bit more of a coverage. And you guys probably can't tell because my camera isn't very good. I'm getting a new one fairly soon, just to let you guys know. But this is the eye that I did put concealer on, and this is the one that I didn't. If you can tell, this one is a lot lighter. It doesn't look as puffy, and this one looks, I'm not even that bad for circles right now, but this one you can tell it has the line that goes down there and it sort of puffs out a bit over here. Okay, so that's it for concealing your circles. It's fairly simple. It's just like a step or two more than just putting on concealer. And I'm going to teach you guys now how to sort of hide a pimple. The first thing you want to take is Visine or any sort of eye drop or skincare thing that helps like reduce redness. I know, I'm not going to say a couple friends, but I know a person or two who they have like really red skin around here, and they actually can get cream for it. It's non-prescription, so you can get it. I have no idea what the name of it is, unfortunately, but it helps like reduce redness. But I like to use Visine because I don't get very red skin. And Visine, if I can get it open, it doesn't only help reduce redness in your eyes, but also in your skin. So I just take like a little tiny drop, and then I'll place it on the pimple. As you can tell, I have one there, which I don't even know where it came from. It wasn't there this morning, and it's like there and all big. And you want to pat that on until it's dry. And it doesn't make a huge difference immediately, but I find after a while it sort of fades it to a more brown or skin toned color. After your Visine is on and kind of settled, you want to take your concealer and just dab it over it. And when you blend it in, don't rub back and forth like that because that just spreads the product out and doesn't really help. But take it and just do little pull-ins and pull-outs like this way. So if you pull the product away, you push it right back. And that way it helps hide it a lot more, and then you're not just pushing the product like onto this part of your face where you don't need it. Okay, so after your concealer is on there, you can take the primer type thing again, or if you want, you can take a foundation. I'm just going to use the primer because it's out here. So you just want to sort of warm it up again, and then there we go, put it over top, because my concealer, I find when I put it actually on my face, is a bit lighter than the rest of my skin tone, but it works well for under my eyes because it's like dark circle and then light sort of mixes together to make my skin tone. So you want to put that over top to sort of blend out the color, and like I said, foundation works perfectly for that too. Now for this last step, I like to really pick up a lot of pigment, so I'll take my brush and just really swirl it in there so you get quite a bit, and then you want to, sorry I have to look over there, like place it right on top of it. And then I'll normally even put like my face powder on again after this just so it sort of blends in. But as you can tell, it makes it look a lot smaller than before and just a lot less red. So those are all my tips that I really have on hiding your imperfections and stuff. I know there's about 100 different ways you can do it. This is just one way that I have found really effective for me over the last year or two. I used to just put concealer on or maybe a bit of foundation and go, and then I realized that this only takes maybe like an extra 30 seconds in the morning and it helps a lot. So try out these tips, check out all my other videos, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.